But what's your big idea? What's your unique twist on this mission that makes your model really tick, that secret sauce, so to speak? Sometimes organizations get stuck because they have a mission, and that's the last piece, and that's pretty simple. What are you trying to achieve? The big idea is, what's your unique take on this mission? A lot of times you'll have countless organizations with similar missions. So a lot of missions out there to end the HIV and AIDS crisis. A lot of missions out there to work with refugees. A lot of missions out there to provide universal health care. You get it. We believe that your impact model is the core of your brand. So in other words, defining that change you wish to see and how you affect that change, that is going to be the centerpiece of your narrative, the centerpiece of your marketing communications. Your impact model, it sits at the middle of your brand. So if you feel like, hey, my brand is rubbish, my brand needs help, start with your impact model. It will affect everything else downstream. We need to take 2 steps back and look at your impact model, because everything we do within the impact model will affect our downstream marketing communications. So your impact model will show up in your brand personality. If you're a caregiving type of organization that's trying to just help children and just provide shelter, that is going to show up in your brand personality. If you've determined in your impact model that you're an activist organization and you're trying to change hearts and minds and you're staging rallies and maybe overturning policy, that's going to show up in your brand personality. Maybe you become a rebel brand personality. So it's a cool piece of positioning where you start to blend your impact model with your Marcom and figure out, okay, what's my tone and voice in the world? Your naming and your visual identity. So depending on your impact model, maybe you need to rename the organization as you rebrand. Maybe as you develop new visuals, you're going to think about how that impact model comes to life with your logo and your colors and your fonts and the way you design your materials. Your website strategy. A good homepage has a pretty clear flow. You talk about the character in your story. You talk about the problem they're facing. You talk about your plan for achieving impact, your vision, etc. There's a pretty proven flow for what a website homepage should feel like and look like. It's all based on the hero's journey philosophy and study that you might have heard of. And so once you figure out your impact model, it's pretty easy to script a homepage. It's pretty easy to script other materials within your marketing communications.